He could be talking to Mother Fortune. It's time to look at my art locker. I'm hoping this one's the masterpiece. Is it good like father, like son? This is what made me go a fucker.
The world of storage auctions lost one of its most recognizable personalities with the passing of Darrell Sheets, widely known as the Gambler, from Storage Wars. He became famous for bold risks, instinct-driven bidding, and unforgettable discoveries hidden inside abandoned storage lockers. His career blended entertainment with real-world resale expertise, turning ordinary auctions into high-stakes decision-making. This
Well, kidding aside, Brandon, these things are probably an easy $100 a piece. Oh, look at these, dude.
video explores his early life, family background, iconic finds, strategy, criticisms, expert analysis, and the lasting lessons from his approach to risk and reward. What was Darrell Sheets' background before television fame? Darrell Sheets spent decades working in resale markets, flea markets, and storage auctions before appearing on television. These years shaped his knowledge of collectibles, antiques, and liquidation value. His experience taught him how to recognize patterns, packaging clues, and category signals that suggested hidden value inside abandoned lockers.
Oh my God, look at the bottom of the beach. They did this. 1980. Dude, wait on. 1,500 a piece.
How did family influence his career? His son Brandon joined him on Storage Wars, creating a father-son dynamic that highlighted generational differences in risk tolerance. Darrell favored bold gambles, while Brandon often preferred cautious decision-making. This contrast helped viewers understand the balance between instinct and discipline in auction buying.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh my God. Look at that, dude. Oh my God.
What defined his nickname the Gambler? Darrell earned the nickname because he regularly placed large bids on lockers with limited visibility. He trusted intuition developed over decades. His willingness to go all in became central to his television identity and professional reputation. What was the famous $300,000 art discovery? One of his most legendary finds involved artwork later identified as pieces by Frank Gutierrez. The locker appeared unremarkable, but Darrell noticed organized stacking, protective wrapping, and consistent box sizing. Inside were hundreds of original paintings valued around $300,000. This discovery validated his instinct-based strategy and became one of the defining moments of the show. Why analysts consider that art find important? Experts say the find demonstrated pattern recognition rather than blind luck. The careful packaging suggested fragile items. The uniform storage hinted at a collection. The density of stacked pieces indicated bulk value. Darrell combined these clues quickly before bidding. What was his aggressive wow factor bidding strategy? Darrell used loud, confident bidding to create psychological pressure. He often increased bids quickly, signaling certainty even when risk was high. Competitors sometimes backed down, assuming he had identified something valuable. This intimidation tactic became a hallmark of his style. How did his rivalry shape the show? His competition with Dave Hester defined early seasons. Their confrontations created tension and helped turn auctions into dramatic storytelling. Analysts say this rivalry elevated the entertainment value while also reflecting real competitive auction behavior. What was the rare coins locker discovery? Darrell once purchased a locker that contained collectible coins. Unlike bulky items, coins require technical valuation knowledge. This discovery showed he balanced instinct with experience in numismatics and resale markets. It reinforced that his decisions were not purely emotional. What does the gambler's eye mean in his strategy? Darrell looked for visual signals such as dust layers, uniform packaging, stacked density, professional wrapping, and category grouping. These clues suggested collections rather than random junk. He often made decisions within seconds using these indicators. How did he estimate return on investment quickly? He mentally calculated potential resale categories, bulk value, rarity probability, and demand. If one category alone could cover the bid, he accepted the risk. Everything else became profit potential. What role did experience play in his success? Decades of buying and selling allowed him to recognize brands, packaging types, and collectible signals instantly. This knowledge reduced uncertainty and allowed faster decisions compared to inexperienced bidders. How would modern appraisal methods evaluate his big finds? Analysts say modern tools would provide tighter value ranges, but uncertainty would still remain. Storage auctions involve unknown condition, incomplete sets, and authentication delays. Darrell accepted these margins of error. What is the science behind instant valuation? Instant valuation combines pattern recognition, category probability, weight estimation, and packaging cues. Darrell developed these skills through repeated exposure to thousands of lockers. How did he identify hidden wealth categories? He focused on niche collectibles such as vintage art, rare coins, retro electronics, comics, antiques, and bulk collections. These categories often appreciate over time and attract specialized buyers. What role did expert networks play in his career? Darrell maintained relationships with collectors, appraisers, and auction houses. When he found valuable items, he could quickly confirm authenticity and sell efficiently. This network reduced risk after purchase. How did he turn storage finds into liquid assets? He sorted items immediately, separated high-value pieces, cleaned carefully, consulted specialists, and sold at optimal times. Timing sales around collector demand increased profits. What criticisms did he face during his career? Critics argued that his bids were too risky, that value estimates were sometimes exaggerated, and that television editing amplified dramatic moments. Some analysts warned that viewers copying his strategy without experience could lose money. What do supporters say about his approach? Supporters believe he represented authentic risk-taking. They argue his willingness to trust instinct made auctions exciting and showed that hidden value exists in overlooked places. What did analysts learn from his aggressive style? Psychological pressure can influence auctions. Confidence can discourage competition. Quick decisions can secure inventory before rivals react. However, this approach requires deep experience. How did he influence reality television? Darrell helped shift auction shows toward real financial stakes and unscripted tension. His personality emphasized emotion, risk, and unpredictability rather than scripted outcomes. What lessons can viewers learn from his career? Experience strengthens intuition. Risk must be balanced with knowledge. Hidden value often requires courage to pursue. Networks increase success in resale markets. Confidence can shape competition. Large rewards require accepting uncertainty. Not every gamble leads to profit. Patience after purchase is essential for value. How is his legacy remembered? Darrell Sheets is remembered as a bold risk-taker who turned abandoned lockers into opportunities. His approach inspired both professionals and hobbyists to look deeper, think strategically, and embrace calculated risk. Finally, Darrell Sheets leaves behind a legacy built on instinct, courage, and unforgettable discoveries. His career showed that opportunity often hides behind uncertainty, and that experience can transform risk into reward. Whether admired for his boldness or criticized for his aggressive style, his impact on storage auctions and reality television remains significant. His story continues to inspire treasure hunters and collectors to trust knowledge, evaluate carefully, and never overlook hidden value. If you found this educational video helpful, remember to share the video, like it, and subscribe to the channel for more in-depth stories and analyses.